Damn. That doesn't bode well. Onwards and
Right,
upwards.
so there's 2 people quarreling. I know there's sometimes you can choose between your methods of persuasion. So his has their strength and finesse. Really shape what characters can do and how well they do it. Talents are characters' unique qualities and slightly change the rules for that particular character. I'll just pick the lock.
Thank the gods! By the fight, Grace, what was...
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches a hand towards his blade.
Another sorcerer!
The Magister's companion doesn't blink, frozen in place at the sight of you.
Are there motions of the destruction around you? What's going on here? What have they seen? Finger your collar, you can help them if they can get this stupid device off of you. Draw your weapon and be done with them. The motions of the destruction around you.
You don't know? Mutiny! Did that witch fix your collar too?
He whispers loudly to the other Magister.
Don't just cower there, Rix! Take out your blade!
Rix grabs his sword, which shakes in the rhythm of his trembling hand.
I'll snarl because strength was the higher. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that would have worked if my persuasion was on 1.
Then back to you, and unsheath their blades with a metallic zing.
Your lies end here! Get...
Okay. The bust of Alexander. Bishop Alexander of the Divine Order seems to have been carved in a hurry by trembling hands.
The human's chief, Alexander. A curious name, but no more bizarre than anything else that species does.
Health scraps. Yeah, might as well take the beer too. And resurrection scroll went up. Items such as scrolls, grenades, and special arrows are automatically added to your hub bar on pickup. Drag other items or skills to your hub bar for easy access. Okay.
Long before this thing snaps into splinters.
The hound paws desperately at its snout. It winces as it draws blood from its wet black nose and continues scratching.
Call out to the hound and ask what's the matter.
The dog notices you for the first time and snarls, the hairs on its back prickling as it lowers itself into a lunge.
You sorcerer!
It sneezes suddenly and paws at its nose once more.
Can't smell. Can't breathe. Too much sauce. Too much. Too much. Please make it stop.
Tell the dog you're not the one who did this. You'd stop it if you could. Ask the dog if its job isn't to hunt sorcerers. Tell it to go find the one who did this. The ship isn't going to last much longer.
Too much. Too much. Can't smell. Can't breathe.
The dog whines and continues pawing at its nose.
There's a bow. There's some coins.
Great gods! Something's pounding on the hull.
There's a note. There's a skull marker key. Oh yeah. Stain pants. I picked them. So that'll get me into here, right?
The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You recognize the symbol immediately for what it is, a warning of death fog within. You press your palm against the door to open it. Your fingers clack against the wood, and you suddenly feel grey. The touch leaves you numb, dull. It doesn't budge. The door groans open, but an ashen shadow clouds your mind.
So it did say as undead, there's shit that I'm immune to.
Death fog? Good thing I'm immune. Still, this means trouble.
Yeah, I'll take the tips, might as well.
More.
Okay, let's get this. It's on 12 hit points. It's on 0 hit points. So there's people up there. I have water. That is water. And so. I drop this. There we go. So, gold. And improvised one. So, hey. Loot all.
A lifeboat! That means there's still a chance.
I'm all. You do it.
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Follow the dwarfy yellow-bellied coward. You'll return to the lower deck and check for survivors. Ship trembles beneath your feet. Kid's right, so you'll go back to the lower deck and look for survivors. Tell the kid goes right, you just came from the lower deck, you're not going back down. And reach for the release mechanism, forget the others, you just want off this bloody ship. Say the kid's right.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! There's a ladder right over there. You can go straight down.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
Shut up.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a... Wait. Void woken.
Okay, we shall charge this missile. As we do. You don't have enough action points to perform that action, end your turn, or perform an action that requires 3 action points. So we can just...
Useless bugs would sink the ship on my watch.
Let the games begin.
They who are about to triumph.
I thought Void Woken was supposed to be scary.
I've faced worse.
I'll yield to none.
So she used poison on me to heal me.
We make a pretty good team.
Let's not tarry. This old tub is about to burst.
Broken source collar. Azure waters. How did I find out who killed this guy? The chunk of flesh. If we can get an elf, we can get them to check. Oh yeah, this chick seems to be still alive.
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck, trying to stem the bleeding of a gushing wound.
Look around for some way to help her. There's nothing to be done. Leave her to fend for herself. We'll look around.
With jagged movements, she raises her clenched fist and holds out a length of cloth, soaked with some kind of strong-smelling tincture.
Take the cloth and hold it tight to the wound to try and stem the bleeding. Yeah, let's do
Blood
that.
quickly soaks through the cloth. Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror.
Hold the cloth tighter to the wound. Unravel the blood-red cloth and wrap it snugly around her neck like a tourniquet? Not sure. Slit her throat, better to end it quickly. Leave her, there's no time. Let's hold it tighter
It's
to the wind.
working. The pressure is stemming the flow of blood. Siwan clutches your arm, her eyes locked with yours. Something within the ship snaps. The floorboards shudder.
Continue holding the cloth to the wind. Take Siwan's hand and try to help her stand.
Siwan struggles to her feet, clinging to you tightly. The ship lets out a deep groan, then cracks.
It's ripping the ship apart. This is it.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Well, that was decidedly unpleasant. Am I the lone survivor? Depending on one's definition of survivor, of course.
Waypoints, you've discovered a waypoint, that's it over there. Fleeing combat allows you to escape to any who discovered the waypoint. You can also quickly travel between waypoints.
Ah, Brachus Rex. I've read his history. Quite gruesome, even for a human.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
You can partner with almost all characters. Use the shield's icon dialog and to start partnering. Tag items you wish to buy or sell onto the partner window. Balance the offer by pressing the skills. Confirm the transaction by pressing the red accept button. Also identify and repair items at a trader. So the kit has shells, a trap disarming kit, cloth scraps, and a toy wooden block. And no money. Okay.
I'm
Continue.
not supposed to talk to strangers.
Tell the kid to keep to himself then. Or muse his words. Many people are strange, but can you truly say one is stranger than another? Undead, tell the child that you're even stranger than you look. Human, tell him not to worry, he can trust you. Sophie, muse his words.
The child considers your statement.
You're weird. Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
Say you must be, or you wouldn't be here. Ask if he thinks you look like a sorcerer. Nod you are, and by the looks of that collar in his neck, so is he. We'll go with no option number 3.
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching the shadows cloaking your face. He lifts his mirror to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy.
Tell him they may be well... Tell him they may well be wrong and crazy. Ask the child why he's out here alone. Tell the child he should run along, it isn't safe out here. Number 1.
Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than outside.
Say it isn't safe out here. Your ship was attacked by Voidwoken not far off this shore.
But you didn't die.
Ask him why he doesn't seem scared. Say you survived the Voidwoken attack by the skin of your teeth. You should really find somewhere safer to go. We'll do that.
There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see.
Okay. There are enemies ahead. Press left shift to see the enemy's sight range. When you enter their sight range, combat will start. You can try sneaking around by pressing C. You can see them on the map, the wee red dots.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. They made it to shore.
He wasn't in the void, or in the blood. He's shocked to see me.
Bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. Drowned and eaten by a void woken. I wonder in which order.
Find a magic scroll with it, you can cast spells you haven't learned yet. Yeah, I've found a few of them now. So there's also... Let's see. So I've leveled up. So I can go with skills with finesse. So we shall up finesse. Why not? Might as well up with strength as well. You can get a combat skill. So you have one available. You can stick it into two-handed or leadership. Grants bonus to all allies within 8 meters. Perseverance. Restores magic armor after recovered from frozen or stunned. Physical armor from knocked down or petrified. Retribution reflects received damage to your attacker. Or skills. So we can go into polymorph. 1 free attribute point. Yeah, okay. So that gives us another skill here for attributes. So we can go into finesse. And then civil abilities. So bartering improves your haggling skills. Items become cheaper and you sell things for more money. Lucky Charm increases likelihood of finding extra treasure wherever loot is stashed. Persuasion helps you convince characters to do your bidding dialogues and increases how much characters like you. Lore Master identifies enemies and allows you to identify items. Increasing Lore Master allows you to identify more faster. To identify, use an identifying glass and select the item you want to identify. To examine a monster or NPC, select them and choose Examine. Telekinesis allows you to move items telepathically regardless of weight. Could be handy. Sneaking determines how well you can sneak without getting caught. Shrinks NPC cyclones and improves your movement speed while sneaking. And Thievery improves your lockpicking and pickpocketing skills. To pick locks, use a lockpick for the context menu of a door or container. Pickpocket, interact with the character while sneaking. So level 1, you have up to 2 kilograms or 300 total gold value. Level 2 is up to 4 kilograms at 450 gold value. So let's go with that. And I think that's where I will call this Let's Try. Thank you. So yeah, hang on.
Look here, Quercus. Another giant. My word, this blasted isle is teeming with them. What's that? Yes, I did see how it made short work of the great acorn servants. Quite right, very impressive. But that is no reason to trust it. Giants like that destroyed our forests. They are the very reason the great acorn is returning in all its wrath. What? Dear me, have you taken leave of all 6 of your senses? You would have me use this giant for a shield? Why would I... Oh, I see. You cunning devil, Quercus. Of course, if it defeated the great acorn's vile servants, it can do so again. We need only follow in its big, wide shadow and be safe.
Now, you can only speak to this guy with pet pal trait. Otherwise, yeah. So we can laugh and tell him he's quite welcome to follow in your shadow. Ask the squirrel why he accuses us of destroying his forests. Giants, acorn shields, tell him you've no idea what he's talking about. Wave the rodent away, you don't have time to talk. Laugh and tell him he's quite welcome to follow in your shadow.
Egad! It speaks our tongue, Quercus! Hush before... What do you mean a good time for introductions? You know full well who I am, you silly old cat. The great Solora, grandest of the... Oh, introduce myself to the giant. I shall do no such thing. You give away your trust too easily, my dear steed. No, we will have the giant march. In time, we'll see whether it deserves our confidence. Now, onwards! Shield! Venture forth, post-haste. The great acorn waits for no one.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to... What I did remember, actually, was... there is a crafting menu somewhere. It's G. Yeah, crafting pad. Good. Crafting screen, select your drag items into the crafting slots and hit the combine button. All combinations will be added to your recipe book. You can also, I'm sure you can... Recipes, here we go. So we can make an improved wand if we have a skull and a short stick, which we have. Improvised wand, rather. Primitive harpoon if we have a long branch and a sharp piece of metal. Or a shiv if we have a sharp piece of metal and some cloth straps. Straps? Scraps. We can make potions, we can make grenades, we can make armor, which is the dwarven mask of the shapeshifter. A mask of the shapeshifter, which is what I had initially. But, yeah. And then because I rescued the guys, there's the Red Prince. You can find the other origin characters, and, yeah. So that's it from me for this Let's Try. If you enjoyed, hit the like button. Subscribe for more Let's Tries and some Let's Plays and cooperatives and stuff like that. And I shall hopefully see you soon. Peace.